Hi guys, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel. This is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday the 21st of January 2019. We're more than halfway through the first month already. It's quite scary, isn't it? I hope you've had a good time so far. So this is the Five of Cups in Rodig deck. Now, you may have noticed that every maybe 6, 7, 8 weeks, this card does turn up, and it's a number 5 card, so it's a kind of in-betweeny anyway, but this card seems to come when there can be very, very vastly different opinions on things. And in fact, the card, this is one of the cards that I used in the psychic development class about maybe a few months back, because it is one that the visuals in it very much can say whether you're a glass half full or a glass half empty person. That's why really a lot of different opinions can come in this card, and I'll try and sort of go to both of them for you, both aspects of it as we go through what it means in career and love, etc. It's the Five of Cups. It's really not like any other depiction of the Five of Cups I've ever seen. Very, very different. In fact, most people when they start kind of assume it's the Five of Discs because it's got a big stone on it, but it's not. So it says disappointment on it. But remember that with the tarot, it's what you're getting from the visuals, and it's what your higher self or your guide or whatever tells you. And that's why you should never just go on the word. That's so wrong with the tarot. In fact, to be honest, I prefer tarot decks without anything like that on them. However, you'll see there's a big stone blockage there. There's the path, and the blockage is right in the middle of it. It's huge. So what does that mean? Now, if you look at the card, you'll see that behind the blockage, it's very, very sunny and bright, and there's a good horizon. And also that the block doesn't go to the edge of the card. There is a way round this. But some people will look at that and say, oh God, no, I'm turning back, I'm going to find another road. Or some folk will say, well, I could just take extra time and go round it. I don't think there's any way you're going to be able to headbutt that out of the way. But there's two different aspects there, and that really is why the week ahead could be very different for different types of people. So, as you can see, it's a huge blockage. You can give up or you can go around it. So in general terms, for the sort of general population, there could be a feeling of life's a bit heavy, life's too much, too many things in our way for us to see our dreams. This is kind of par for the course for this time of year, because how many of us have started with maybe resolutions a few weeks ago, and now we've hit a blockage, we've kind of hit the wall and thought, oh no, I'm not talking about myself because I don't do resolutions. I do aims or goals, far easier to achieve in the longer term rather than resolutions, but that's just a personal thing. So we could basically be finding that Nelly, every time I start the weekly tarot card, she decides to go in my craft cupboard. So sorry about that. I know I yell at her, but it's almost as though she knows when I've got this card out that it's got my attention. And it is, Nelly, get out the cupboard, go on. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's Nelly. Those of you that are with the channel know that she makes her presence felt. Are you coming up? You're going to say hello? Okay, this is Minnie the Minx, aren't you? You're Minnie the Minx. Are you Minnie the Minx? Are you a good girl? You've got to stay out the cupboard. You'll eat a crystal. Say hello. Look, Nelly. Look. Oh, she's as daft as a brush. Not many brains in there, is there, darling? Okay, you said hello, on you go. Settle down, go on, settle down. So anyway, back to this card. General population. Almost half will feel, oh, I'm done, I can't go down the blockages. Others will feel right, it's just another challenge. Let me take maybe a wee time out, or maybe we should just sort of work harder to get through the blockages. I actually like this one for all the stuff that's going on almost politically in the world just now. Look at USA, look at UK and many other places, and this card, boy, it's right up there, isn't it? So, but what does it mean individually in areas of life? Let's look at career first. A career, again, you could find that you've just hit this this block in your path. Now, that could be anything from maybe someone getting a job that you thought you would get, to literally just feeling you've come to the end of how much perseverance you can put in the job, and the things ahead are getting too much for you. Whether that be the job itself, whether it be health issues that don't allow you to thrive at your job, whether it's just that you've done as much as you can and you're done. Sometimes this is a good retirement card, to be honest, where you look at the blockages there and you say, yeah, they're there, and yes, I could take the energy and I could make my way around it, but you know what? No, I'm going to find another route. So when this card comes out, a lot of people can decide to forge forward with new routes. Some can sit back and mull ahead what roads they can take that wouldn't have so many blockages or energy depletions in them. So it's not necessarily a week where we see much kind of motion. It's more the plans of the motion. What will I do next? Can I do that? Can I not? And again, there's a lot. It's not about pessimist or optimist here with this card in work. It's about how tired you are or how committed you are to your career. You know, if you have sort of come to the end of what you could achieve in the career that, say, you started off with when you were 20 and now you're 45 and it no longer interests you, but you can see something that does, this card will help you make your choices. And you're not going to drop things right away, but you'll plan to get away from the blockages. Now, if we look at in health, again, I just use Rodig and look at that big blockage, and we need to watch out for any blockages in the human body this week. So it's quite vast in what it can mean. It can mean kidney stones, it can mean gallstones, it can mean thrombosis, it can mean that maybe someone gets a threatened heart attack, a wee blockage in a vein or an artery. Any sort of blockages, even really bad constipation, can be given by this card. So, if you know, think about that. Think of that, and think of the systems of the body. And if you know, a blocked ear, anything that's to do with blockages in my reading of Rodik is under the influence of this card. So watch out. When things block, you normally get pain, and pain is our body's form of saying, you know what, something's not right, especially extreme pain that can show things like, you know, bowel blockages, etc. So act on this card, okay? And that's all I really take from it. It's probably very self-explanatory. Love life, right, okay. Blockages in long-term relationships can come from seeing a road that you wanted to do together, maybe wanting to buy that house by X time or have a baby by X time, and this blockage coming forward. It doesn't mean that the relationship is over. It means that maybe you need to look for ways around things, or try and, if this blockage cannot be moved, see if there's any way you can move forward with acceptance of it. If you can't, then maybe look for another way. But again, it's not a number 1 card, number 10 card. It's not about action. Number 5 is this sort of in between, mulling things over, looking at what you can do, and getting ready for that rather than actually taking action. If you're looking for a partner, it might not be the time. There might just be blockages out there, tiredness, people maybe